Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. It is April the 12th. You're going to need a band for your legs, a band for your arms, two different ones, your body towel, pair of weights, and your chair. And we're going to start out by sitting on our chair. So everybody go ahead and sit down on your chair. We're going to do a hip and spine warm up and do some rotation, get everything going from the seated position before we stand up and continue our warm up in that direction. So let us get started here. All right, you're on the very front edge of your chair. Make sure your feet are flat. I want you to sit up nice and tall. And what I would like for you to do is just pick up one bone and the other and then go side to side right here. We're going to start in our low back. Now, if you have a chair with a cushion, perfect. If you're sitting on the front edge of your couch, perfect. You're sitting on the edge of your mattress. This also works well. So if you have to get up, you've been laying on your couch or you're sitting on your couch or whatever for a while, you can always scoot forward. Do this. Works in the low back. It's an excellent way to loosen things up. Now we're going to change directions and we're going to take our belly button forward and then back. So do not rock your head forward. Tilt your hips, tuck your hips. You want to be gentle here, paying attention to what your low back is telling you. You want to go to that point where you feel the stretch begin and then you want to roll it forward. So we're going to do that for a good little piece of time here. Excellent. This is a wonderful set of exercises to warm up your spine if you've been sitting a long time, or if you've been laying and you sit up and you feel like everything is just all cattywampus, you can do these. All right, let's come to the front and we're going to alternate. We're going to go right, back, left, and front. You want to hit each one of those points at least once. We're going to do that 3 times all the way around, and then we're going to do it 2 quickly. So when you're seated, you can really emphasize that. So now we're going to go to the left, back, right, front, left, back, right. One more, hitting all of those points. And then we're going to do 2 real quickly. And then we're going to go back to our side to side, making sure we're sitting up nice and tall with our shoulders relaxed. Go ahead and wiggle those toes in your shoes. All right, go ahead and stand up for me and tuck the chair out of the way for just a moment. We're going to march. Get our legs moving. Okay, fast feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. That's where we're going. And you want your arms moving just that fast as well. Nice roll from the shoulders here. And you can move forward and back. Of course, all around your space. Explore your space. Hide from the camera if you need to. Do that back moving. Be confident in your moving reverse and your turns. Okay, big step. Bring that knee up, come up on your toe. All right. You want to come up on that little lift. It's almost like slow motion skipping. Those of you who actually mastered the skip. Where you're doing that lift is where you would actually have done the hop. So lift. And make sure you can actually do this in reverse. You just have to cycle your legs backwards. And you can do it side to side too. Like you're fixing to start the can-can. And let's go back to our fast feet. Good. All right. Take your chair and make sure it's braced against something because you don't want it to move. Mine's pushed up against my table. Pick a foot, any foot. Put it on top of your chair. And we're simply just going to lean in. That back leg is long, that heel's on the floor. We're going to get that stretch. Be mindful of your forward knee. Don't go any further than you want to. And then we're going to come back and straighten this leg a bit by bending at the hips. come forward. Let's do this one again. Keep that heel on the floor if you can. And if you need to adjust your foot on the chair for either of these stretches, go ahead and do that. Stretching the leg long through here. And let's take it down. Shake it out. This one up. Remember, we're going to push in. Keep the heel on the floor. Go as far as you can. Everybody has different levels on this. Push it back. Remember, we're going to go long leg. Bend it forward. That hamstring. And let's do it again. Let's push it back. And again, don't judge what you're doing by what anybody else is doing, because it's your stretch your leg and not anybody else's. Take your legs down, stretch them out, shake them out, pick up your heels, and then pick up your knees. All right, come on, just go ahead and push this back on here, because I'll need it later. Okay, go ahead and take your towel and lay it down in front of you, because we're going to be doing warm-ups for hip hinges and step-throughs. We're going to do the warm-up, and then once we get into the individual exercises themselves, you can add your weights. All right. So for the hip hinge warm-up, I want you to go ahead and put your toes up on the towel. All right. Roll those hips back. And you just kind of want to tuck the belly button towards the knees. Hamstrings again. So now slightly different position than we did a while ago in our stretch. We're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go down just a little bit more. And then push up nice and slow. We're going to step forward so that our heels are on the towel. And again, roll those hips back. You keep these legs relatively straight for a longer period of time here. And let's find those hamstrings. And we're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take a little breath. Press down into it a little bit more. Bend those knees. Be mindful of your lower back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and stand up. Step off and pick up your heels. And then your knees. Do your 4s. Now on the step through, we will be standing on the towel with our arch on the towel. So put your right arch on the towel. Bring your left foot, so you're going to just do a big step. And you're just going to bring it over. You want to pick that foot up and roll it back. So your right foot rolls forward from your toe to your heel. Your arch is rocking on the towel. Unless you got a super fluffy towel, guys. In that case, you just rock. All right, let's switch feet. So you're going to put your left arch on the towel. Start with your right foot close. Step back. Pick it up. All about balance. But this is our warm-up to get our arches and our feet ready to do the drills that we're going to be doing. 2 more. All right. So, flip your towel if it got flat. Put your right arch on the towel and put either your heel or your toe on the floor. Put your left arch on the towel. And I want you to shift from toes to heels, toes to heels. If your towel does not allow for that, then just rocket your hips while maintaining contact with the floor. Okay? Just getting those arches warmed up, working our back. So you remember that back and forward motion we were doing a while ago? This is it from the standing position and very exaggerated. All right. Go ahead and put your band on at below knee level. So your leg band at below knee level. All right. And then waddle yourself up to your towel, toes up. And if you would like to grab a weight or 2, this is where you can do that. And you're just going to rest them right here on your chest with those elbows out. Let's roll those hips back into our squat, nice and slow, and then come back up. So you're never going to let your chin go down. You're going to keep your chin up and out the whole time so that you're keeping your back in good position. Good. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, one more. Actually, 2 more. 7, because I forgot how to count. And 8. All right. Step forward so your heels are now on the towel. Fit into your hips just a little bit right here. And we're going to rotate, take our right elbow toward our left knee, but we're going to push the left hip out. So you're going to here, so you're keeping your head up. You're not bending down when you're coming up. So you have to keep your head up. If you bend your head down, that's not the spinal rotation we're doing. This is number 4. Nice and slow. Number 5. 6. 7. And if you don't want weights, don't use weights. 8. 9. And 10. Step off. Let the resistance for the band ease off and put your weights down for just a moment. Shake your arms out. Now let's go back to toes up. Get comfy here. We're going to work on rotation again. So we're going to take our left hand towards our right foot and our right arm up. So you got to take the hips back again. So you're going to go here and up. Nice and slow. One arm down, one arm up. Okay. Make sure you're breathing. That's number 3. 4. 5. If the hips are not enjoying what you're doing today, 6. Take the band off and do knees or sit down if you need. 7. 8. Let's do 2 more. 9. And 10. Walk it over so now you're on your toes. And let's just roll back into our squat here. And pulse, pulse, pulse. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Now push that forward so you're not going to mess with it for the moment. Keep the band on your legs and pick up your band for arms. Let's start by putting it at the wrists. Here we go. Thumbs out. Keep it close to you. So remember, you don't ever do them out here unless I tell you to. Keep it closed. The goal of this here, and you can lift it up a little higher to almost shoulder level, is to push your shoulder blades toward your spine. Okay? So that's why you want to keep your hands relaxed. Keep it up tight, close to your body. All right? Can you imagine if you were here trying to push your shoulder blades to your back? Keep it in close. And focus on that shoulder blade movement. Good. Those thumbs are there. And we're going to roll it down. Turn it so your pinkies are out. Now, flex your palms like you're fixing to push up on a table. And then rotate your shoulders so that they're here. And push. So your upper arms are using your body as a lever. You're going to feel this across the lower part of your ribs into your back, across the front, of course in your arms. Good. Keep it slow and steady and easy. So many things we can do with bands that you don't have to have a heavy weight for. This allows us to do that. 3, 2, 1. Roll your shoulders. And let's bring it down to elbows here. And hands are facing. This is where you get to press and in. Press and in. Only have a little bit of song left. So that's what we're going to do here. Press and in. So take that split second to hold it. We have time for about 3 more. 2 and 1. Let's go ahead and take this guy off. All right. Now we're going to get our towel back into position here. And 1 weight. So we're going to put our right foot on the towel. Now, I want you to hold your weight with your thumb, okay? And maybe your forefinger, so the rest of your fingers are open. Can you do that? If you cannot do that, then take the weight completely off your hand. If you can hold it with just your thumb, go ahead and do that. And we're going to start in the forward position. Your palm is going to be up. Lower, slightly lower than shoulder. When you step back, you're going to rotate your palm so your palm is face backward. So we're going to take it back. So the palm is up. The palm is always up. So you're going to do your step. And the last thing I forgot to tell you is to take your band to ankle level. So many instructions. All right. Palm and palm. So you do your toe heel in back and your heel toe in front. Now, if we're doing this and the towel becomes a hazard to you, move the towel and don't use it. Just do your step through. Good. You want to be rotating that palm forward and back. And the key here is that you don't have a grip on the weight. Your fingers are still open and long. Good. We're going to do about 4 more before we change sides. 3, 2, and 1. Step off. Shake your hands out. Make sure this arm is still functional. All right, put your left foot on. Start in the forward position. Make sure you're slightly under your shoulder lift. And remember, palms are always facing up no matter whether you're going forward or back. And then do as big a step as you can with that band. So there's a lot of balance going on since you're doing same. Usually we do counter motion, but we're doing same arm, same leg, same motion. So it can make your balance a little wobbly. If you don't want to do a weight, don't do a weight. If you don't want to do the towel, don't do the towel. So we're working symmetrical here. Actually, I think it's unilateral. There we go. Not bilateral. Good. Take your time. Take a big step. Do your raise. Push that palm up. Good. Let's do 2 more. 2. And 1. We're going to start here and finish in the back. Step off the towel. Shake it out, and then take this band off of your legs. Get all of your stuff picked up and out of the way. You do not want to trip. And then we're going to go to our chair. I'm going to pull it into range. Okay, let's sit on the front edge of our chair. Go ahead and do a weeble wobble if you want. While we're waiting for everybody. Now we're going to be doing a forward hip hinge. Sit your weights to the side for just a moment. We'll do the motions first, and then you can decide if you want to add weights or not. Now, when you do this one, you want your feet hip width or slightly wider. The knees need to be slightly wider than hips because you're going to rotate down. So you'll have to find that sweet spot. Roll your hips forward, take your arms long, and reach towards your toes without falling off your chair. And then we're going to do it again, but you're going to move your arms and reach towards your heels. Now, pay attention to what your lumbar is doing. If you're letting your lumbar curl, you're going too low, okay? Because physically, with your arms on the outside, there's only so low you can go without letting your whole body cave in. So let's go for the toes, and then for the heels. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to add the weights this time, but you're only doing one at a time, so let your arms hang long. You'll lean forward and do your left toe, and come up, and then you'll do your right toe, and come up. Of course, your weights are longer, and then you do your right heel, and your left heel, being mindful of your low back. If this bothers your low back using weights, then don't use weights, and don't go as low, because you're doing a forward hip hinge from the seated position. Okay, you do not have to touch the floor. Your toe is the visual target. Your heel is the visual target. Create your pattern. You got room for about 8 more. Good. 2 more. All right, let's put our weights to the side. We're going to do some stretching, and then we're going to do the same cool down as we did our warm up. So go to wide knees, feet are at 45, and then take your feet out just a little bit. Make sure you've got enough of your rear end on the chair that you don't fall off of it. Roll those hips forward, and let's bring our elbows and lace our fingers. What that does is it creates a line that you do not need to cross, and you're just going to lean into that, and we're going to feel the inner thighs do their stretch. Make sure your lumbar is good. Go ahead and wiggle those toes. Roll them pinky to toe, pinky to big toe, and then big toe to pinky, which is a little different. All right, chin up. Roll yourself up and away from those arms, being mindful of that lower back. And let's take these open a little wider. Got this wideness to here. Plant your right arm, open the body, so you're taking that shoulder back, and just open the shoulder back here and look up and away. And we're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that thumb to your ear and hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it straight up, and we'll hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it roll down slowly, and as you get to level, you want to start straightening up. You want to rock just a little bit here. Everything was stretched out, right? Take a little breath to reset, and let's take this left elbow, open that shoulder, and just take that arm up and back, and then you will look back there, and we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your thumb to your ear and hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just take your arm straight up, still in the same position. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you let it go down and it comes to level, bring your body up. Let your arm go down. Rock it. Rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it. Walk your feet in, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, and let's walk them right back out. Exaggerate those ankle movements. Heel here, toe here. Yes, your knees are going to be in that movement as well. Totally fine. We want to exaggerate that. Let's bring them in and roll to the outside of our ankles. Kind of get your feet set there and let them press for just a moment. For 3, 2, 1. Walk them out enough that you can kind of roll them in with your knees. So your ankles are pressing towards the floor here. You're going to probably feel it right back here as well. 3, 2, 1. Stay right there. We're going to do our cool down using the same song that we started with, which is the Huckleberry Moonshine Rag. All right. And we're just going to go do our little side to side. So yes, my shoulders look like I'm moving them. That is the echo of my hips. So actually put your hands on your thighs, palms up. So you know your shoulders are not actively doing anything. Your hands cannot press. They are merely resting. It is just your hips doing the job. And we're just going to rock it for about another 10, 15 seconds. And let's begin our forward, belly button forward, belly button tucked back. And think about how you felt when we first started doing this. We did this motion the first time. How tight was your low back when you actually did the forward and back rock? Okay? We've loosened up a lot since then by doing all the different warm-ups and step-throughs and hip hinges. So you want to do the forward and back. You want to kind of brace your abs. This could be very much an ab move if you add that bracing moment. Don't hold your breath. All right, come forward and let's go right, back, left, right, back, left. I didn't use the mirroring terms. Right, back, left, and then do 3, that quicker motion. Start at the front and go left, back, right. Now it's my left that I'm going to and not your left. Oh, stop it. A podcast running there. And then do the quick ones. Ooh, yeah. You guys, thank you for joining me today. And we'll catch you on the flip side.